everybody first and foremost, of course, for coming to our virtual hangout and participating in Plantuary. You know, I know many of you have signed up for the Plantuary Pledge, so we're very thankful for that. But tonight I wanted to highlight one of this week's foods in our theme for Plantuary for Food for Thought, sponsored by Lilly. And the food that I'm going to highlight tonight for Food for Thought are chickpeas. So I think beans can sometimes be a little underrated. We don't think about all of the ways that we can incorporate them and we can make them into dishes. So tonight I'm going to be making some falafel with these chickpeas, great Middle Eastern dish if you've never had them before. But chickpeas are such a powerhouse of nutrition. So you may have seen them called garbanzo beans. You can use either term. And they come in canned or dried. So many of you may have heard us talk about canned beans. You want to just make sure you give them a good rinse before you're having those. They do add a little bit of salt in them when they're packaging, and giving them a rinse can help to get some of it off. A fun fact about the chickpeas is when they come in the can, the liquid inside is called aquafaba, which is also something we could use as a vegan substitute in things like whipped cream and products of similar nature. So really fun to experiment with all the different parts to reduce food waste. If you want them dry or you get them dry, just make sure you're soaking them ahead of time, soaking them in water for a few hours to make sure they're nice and hydrated. So canned or dried, either is fine. When we're thinking about the nutrition in our chickpeas, they are small but mighty, so they have a lot of power behind them. They're a fantastic source of protein. And at that, they're a complete protein. So complete protein means that they contain all 9 essential amino acids. And essential means that we need to get them from our food. So chickpeas, they have them all. Some other plant foods that contain protein, you need to combine different things together to get all those amino acids, but chickpeas are a source of all 9. 1 cup has about 15 grams of protein. So really good for snacking or adding to your favorite dish. They're also really good for our gut. So 1 cup also has about 12 or 13 grams of fiber. So a lot of times we talk about getting in more fiber. Fiber helps with so many things. It helps keep our gut working regularly, promotes reduced inflammation and heart health. So our chickpeas are a source of both insoluble and soluble fiber. The fiber most found in it is a soluble fiber called raffinose, and that fiber really helps with our inflammation. It helps to reduce it. It helps promote that GI regularity, and it improves our gut health overall. There's also something called plant sterols, a cytosterol in these chickpeas that really helps with our heart health. Very protective. It helps to lower the cholesterol that we have. So if that's something you're concerned about or you're trying to support your heart health, chickpeas are a great way. Besides those many, many benefits, they also are a really good source of vitamins and minerals. So they're a great source of folate for red blood cell production. They're a good source of copper for our nerves and for our immunity. They're a good source of iron. So a lot of us maybe have issues with anemia or our hemoglobin, and getting in iron can help with that through these plant sources. And lastly, they're also really high in something called manganese, which helps with our bone health and our connective tissue. So when you think about chickpeas, you probably didn't originally think about bone health and protein and fiber, but now you know that when you're having chickpeas in any form, whether you roast them and you eat them as a snack, you enjoy them on top of a salad, or you mix them into a soup or stew, you're knowing that you're getting so much nutrition packed into just a little bite.